What is up, everybody? Welcome to The List is Great.
List is great. What are we on? Episode
7.
7.
We're on episode 7. This might, and we've said this before, which you wouldn't have heard yet, but this may be the first episode that we actually put out there.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
Very exciting
We'll see about
stuff.
Pretty excited to do it, at least.
So as usual, you got me, Harry, and also
Nick?
yeah.
Fat Steve.
that. And other Steve.
So you're back to going with Fat Steve, huh?
I gotta get a job, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Steve basically just goes by whatever job he's doing at the time, and then Steve.
Not only that, he is the fattest I've ever seen him before.
Yeah, I'm pushing 300, man. I'm 267 right now. I can't jump out of a
I'm
plane.
really getting worried about your health, buddy.
Me too. I'm sweating just sitting.
Enough of the serious talk already.
Oh, sorry.
Now, so this week's list.
This week's list actually is top 5 anti-heroes.
So what we've been doing is getting together every couple weeks at this point and doing top 5 lists. This week, Antiheroes. We usually have Harry does a little thing at the beginning.
Sure. For those of you that don't know what an anti-hero it is a central character in a narrative or drama who lacks the admirable qualities of fortitude, courage, honesty, and decency that are usually possessed by traditional heroes. Note, an anti-hero is not the antagonist or villain.
That's pretty confusing. I know a lot of times people have that hard time differentiating the two.
Right, so it has to be the protagonist of the story.
Exactly.
I'm like
Correct.
thinking real hard though. If I've ever has anyone ever tried to make the villain the anti-hero?
Well,
Unless they
but
turn heel from being a villain. I don't
it
know.
would make sense if they were later the protagonist in a continuing story or something like that, where they could become kind of like the main thing is that they are the protagonist of the story and that they don't have the standard qualities essentially.
Yeah, of like a hero, not a standard hero.
Did anyone read that kid's book where it's told from the wolf's perspective of the...
Lobo?
No, I did not like the
big bad wolf.
The big bad wolf, but like from the wolf's point of view.
Yeah.
I never.
I
read
know what
that
you're
book.
talking about, but I can't think of what it's called. I
It's
thought it was
called-
Lobo.
No.
What is
Either way.
wolf?
Anyways, the term antihero was first used as early as 1714, emerging from works such as Rameau's Nephew in the 18th century. Broadly covers lately it's broadly covering Byronic heroes from the poet Lord Byron, which that basically was a man, proud, moody, cynical, with defiance in his brow and misery in his heart, a scorner kind and implacable in revenge, implacable in revenge, yet capable of deep, strong affection.
And that's the Byronic one?
That's the
Lord Byron
Byronic one. So antihero has come to kind of encompass all of that. Just kind of like,
Yeah. And I'd say now it seems like you'd find more anti-heroes than heroes in modern media.
It depends. Yeah. A lot of heroes have that. And I mean, it first became popular in America, in literature with, Kerouac and Mailer.
Yeah, and there was also,
That 1950
Dostoevsky has like a...
Dostoevsky actually, he had a big thing to do with anti-heroes.
Yeah.
17th century Russian literature of what was the book? Do you
Crime and
remember?
Punishment?
I think so.
Raskolnikov or something is
Yeah.
the character, and that was like one of the early ones.
Very anti-establishment.
Yeah.
I'm just now thinking that I totally missed out on not using any wrestlers on my list. I feel like there's a whole bunch of that shit going down.
I thought
in
about
wrestling.
that on the way here, about heels.
Good idea. Yeah. Yep. Definitely.
'cause
Yeah,
but
not even
how-
just heels.
Well,
like,
it couldn't be. I mean, so yeah. I mean, but
because
the
it's
heel
like
isn't
a
considered
soap
the
opera.
protagonist.
So
Right, that's what I was thinking about in the
Yeah.
car. Like, the
But-
heel's not always a protagonist.
Right.
They
Usually
switch and
villains.
they
No.
border that line. Also,
They turn heel or whatever.
I don't have on my list, but gangster rap on a whole could be perceived as a whole anti-hero
yeah.
medium of like
NWA and like just...
exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point, too.
Gangster
Hell yeah.
rap on a whole.
from the 8 ball, my breath starts stinking.
All right. So, let's get on with this. Roll for initiative.
Very Dungeons and
Nice.
Dragons. Yeah, I feel like I'm going on a quest.
Well, we are about to roll a 10-sided die.
Glad
A
I brought my
D10.
armor with me.
Where is that? There it is.
There it is.
You want to
I've
roll
got
for
my
us?
+3 microphone.
I mean,
I can't really reach it. Why don't you just?
I got it.
Hell yeah.
It's far away from the microphone, so if someone else wants to narrate,
All right.
this is for Nick.
And
One
Harry
can see
rolls.
it and
Is that an 8?
That's for you.
It looks like an 8. All right.
8.
Harry rolled me an 8. And now,
Now it's my roll.
what do we got?
3.
oh.
This is for Steve. On the floor. On the floor.
You counting that?
Is that what was it?
I can't see it.
We gotta count it.
What does it say?
We're doing great, folks. We're doing a great job. Very entertaining. I gotta move it.
And the verdict is
0.
that's
What?
that's a 10.
Is it, the
The zero's a
oh
10.
Jesus, man!
All right. So then Stevie is next.
6.
6. All right.
I'm going last, right?
All right. So it goes Steve, me, Harry,
No,
Stevie.
I got a 3.
Oh, you got a 3.
Oh,
I got a
Harry's going
3.
last.
Oh.
Me, you, Stevie, Harry.
Thank you for rolling us great numbers and then rolling shit.
Yeah, it's about time I don't go last. That's fine.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll come right back and we're gonna get into that list.
The list is great.
Listen up! The new EP from Denlow! Coming September 25th from Audio Epidemic Visit audioepidemic.net for your vinyl pre-order today.
Hey, what's up, everybody? And we're back with The List is Great.
The list is great.
Top
Indeed.
5 anti-heroes. So we rolled before the break. Looks like big guy's going first, huh?
That's me. I'm the
And-
big guy.
And what number are we on?
Oh, what number are we on? Let's find out.
Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5.
Yeah.
The trumpet.
Number 5.
Number 5, anti-hero.
Good old number 5, top of the list. So
Bottom of the list.
I get to go first this
Top of the
week.
list.
That's fun.
It is.
So anyway, my number
Spit it out.
5. my num-
No,
What?
wait. Make him wait, Steve. Make him suffer.
Anyway, my number 5 is everyone's favorite leather pants wearing eye patch having long haired looking dude, fucking Snake
Oh.
Plissken.
Nice.
Escape from New York and escape from L.A. An
Nice
escape from my
pick.
mind, you lovely man.
Very anti-hero, very anti-hero.
Yep, that's a good one.
I think he counts, right?
Oh, without a
Oh
doubt.
yeah, definitely.
Because
He don't care about nobody.
Right,
He's just trying to get the hell
He
out
just
of there.
wants
I don't know,
Get
man. He
out.
shut down the world. That was pretty cool. At the end of L.A., you know, it's like fuck this shit. We're shutting the planet down. And then he finds a pack of cigarettes. Who doesn't like that? A nice pack of cigarettes in a field.
I remember when they used to make these. You always see that in after apocalyptic movies. Like, ooh, a cigarette. That's
Yeah,
like a
like-
real
I mean,
real
They
treasure.
enjoy it like
Yeah.
I remember the first time I found a pack of cigarettes in a field after the apocalypse.
You
So
never
Snake
forget your
Plissken.
first one.
number 5.
All right,
And
Nick,
that's-
that's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
Nick.
I'm going with one. This is from a video game.
There we go.
He's a main character of a RPG, a strategy RPG called Disgaea, that was on PlayStation 2. The main character's name is Laharl. He's basically
Is that the game?
no. The game is called Disgaea.
Disgaea.
Yeah, DISG. I think it's GEA or no GAEA. DISGAEA. A lot of vowels in that one.
All right.
But
For
he's-
everyone trying to Google it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So it's the main character is this like half demon, half child. He's like a little kid who's trying to take over. His father was the overlord of the underworld, and so he's trying to get his inheritance because his father just passed away.
All right.
But it's like, he's just like this arrogant, self-centered little brat kid. Anything that like anybody says to him that's nice, like if you're in his vicinity and you say something like "love,"
Now
like,
let me ask: Is he who you play?
yes,
are you-
yeah, he's the protagonist. Although he's the anti-hero.
Sure.
But somebody says "love" and he's just like ah, and like cringes and like into a little ball and like can't even hear words like love and happiness and it's But I don't know. It's a fun story. And
that sounds
character is
good. Because
pretty-
he's a demon, but he's not totally evil.
right. He's half.
He's not a
demon.
dickhead demon.
Yeah. No. I mean, he tries to be, but he's like.
But his whole thing that he wants to do is take over his father's like domain, his
Right.
underworld
Well,
thing.
because his father dies, and so he's trying to rightfully take his inheritance, and so
Yeah,
he has
yeah.
like people from Earth come to the underworld, and people from like the heaven kingdoms come to the underworld to try to defeat him.
Oh, so
because
he's got to just keep his inheritance from
Yeah,
these other people that
exactly.
are trying to take it from him.
Yeah. So that's kind of like what the story is, but it's all about that. That he's not like trying to save anybody or anything. He's just the whole
Self-serving,
story is
it's
just
all
him,
about him.
like playing games with people and being like, "I'm the lord of the underworld," and no.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one sounds pretty good.
So what do we got?
Trust
Stevie.
fund
Stevie.
kids.
Oh, mine.
Number 5.
I picked. I went with a book one for number 5. I got Hank Chinaski. Did you have
Nice,
him?
nice. I did not have him.
Okay, no one had him. He's Charles Bukowski's alter ego from a lot of his novels. My 3 favorite ones were Post Office, Factotum, and Women. And he's-
900 Pounds comes to mind. That's one of my favorite Chanowski stories.
Yeah, he uses him as his alter ego in a lot of his stuff, and he's been played in movies by Mickey Rourke and Matt Dillon too. In some of the movies and also Hank Moody from Californication is based on this character as well.
Oh, okay.
He's
Oh,
like,
okay.
I know Californication. I'm not familiar with
yeah,
any
he's
of the.
based on this alter ego of Charles Bukowski, and he's
Oh,
like
no
a
kidding.
hard drinking womanizer, always out for himself.
Barfly.
Barfly. He can never keep a job.
Right.
He's my favorite one is Factotum, and it's just him going from job to job
Dude.
doing these shitty jobs.
Is that the one where at the racetrack and they like accidentally kind of like kill a guy?
Yeah, dude.
He falls off the stands and dies, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh well, let's get out of here."
Yeah, we gotta go, dude. He's like the worst person ever, but he's the protagonist. You're kind of rooting for the guy when you're reading these books,
Yeah. Yeah.
but he's just the worst person ever. He's terrible.
That's
Yeah.
great.
He's like, I love these books, and yeah,
No,
Thought it
no
was a good
kidding. I'll have
anti-hero.
to check those books out.
yeah, because
Dude.
yeah.
Post Office is one of the funniest books that's
Oh.
I've read Post Office a long time ago.
Yeah, that was the first one that he did with Hank Chinaski.
Factorum is the one where Matt Dillon
That's
plays
my
him.
favorite. Yeah, that's the movie with Matt Dillon was Factotum.
All
And
right.
Barfly was the one with Mickey Rourke, I think.
All right. So we're down to Harry.
Yeah. My number 5 is a big lovable guy by the name of Godzilla.
Oh, nice,
Godzilla,
dude.
dude.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a great one. Dude.
Anyone that trashes the city's a hero in my eyes.
I mean, there's maybe 1 or 2 movies where he's the villain, but not really.
And isn't there other times where he's fighting the villain too?
Well, he's just, he's a monster.
Right.
Yeah.
But don't they use
He-
him as like
A
to
lot of the
protect
movies in
from-
the first act, he's the villain, but in the second act, he's the
He-
anti-hero.
Oh, okay.
Second and third act. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's some
Right.
movies he's just the straight up anti-hero. You know?
Right, where like isn't there like Godzilla versus Mothra or something where
Yeah,
he's like
there's
trying to protect the city from another
Godzilla
creature?
versus
Yeah.
Mecha Godzilla.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So that's my
That's a
number
good pick.
5. Godzilla, just
No, it's a good one.
thanks.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks.
So next we got our number 4s. Mr. Soundman.
Billions and billions and billions and billions.
Whoops.
I love it.
What does that say? Beans and beans?
I think it's supposed to be this.
Billions and 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 billions.
And
I'm thinking about those beans.
beans.
Billions of beans.
So, Steve, what's your four bean
So number
billion?
4 for me. I don't know if this was an obvious one or not. And in the movies, he's kind of portrayed as the villain, but I don't think he is. Definitely not in the books. I went with Hannibal Lecter because
nice.
he only seems to kill assholes. And
Yeah. And especially in the biggest movie he's
we
in,
can lose all the
Silence
assholes
of the
there
Lambs?
are.
he's just trying to escape, right?
and he's helping. He's
Yeah,
helping
Buffalo
Joey
Bill's
Foster.
the bad guy.
Right.
Okay,
But isn't there ones that he's the
main-
protagonist in in
I've never watched the show.
Red Dragon?
Red Dragon or one of those ones
Yeah.
that's definitely the protagonist of it.
Yeah, I think he is the protagonist in Red Dragon.
Okay,
What would
I was
you
gonna
call
say
that,
because
though?
like when he's like sitting in the jail cell and like I don't know, is he?
The Red Dragon is kind of just like, at least as far as the book went, it's kind of like he was like, I tried to do this formula writing this book. He's like, I'm gonna do it better the second time with Silence of the Lambs. It's kind of like the same thing. He's in a cell.
Yeah.
But the hero has to go talk to him, even though like the hero.
In
caught
Silence
him.
of the Lambs, I would definitely agree that he is the anti-hero.
In
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs?
If even though, is the main
he's like a
story
supporting-
even
That's what I'm
about
saying.
him?
I don't
He's
even.
He's
Yeah,
an
that's what I'm
anti-hero. It's not about him. He's not the
Well,
protagonist.
See, so then he can't be the anti-hero in that movie, that film, because the anti-hero has to be the protagonist of the story.
I think the
I thought-
character
I thought
itself
it
can
just-
be because he is the anti-hero in some things.
By the Oxford definition, I mean,
Yeah, but like in the show, he's the main character. In the some of the movies, he's the main character. Just in Silence of the Lambs, he's not.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
So
in
the
Silence
character
of the
itself
Lambs,
can be an anti-hero.
sure, but
So,
not in that.
Am I
movie
shot down on
particularly.
this?
No, I wouldn't
no.
say that.
No, I'm just saying.
All right. Well,
you know,
yeah. There you go.
this
specific
one
examples.
I knew there'd be a problem with this one because it is hard of
To define
what's a
sometimes.
villain, what's a hero,
But what would you-
what's an anti-hero.
What would you call the character who just helps, like the good guy find the bad guy? Like,
I'm just
a
going-
supporting character.
Well, I
or-
mean,
Yeah, supporting
he has his
character.
own like little
But he has
kind
his
of
own
timeline
story,
on
yeah.
there that.
No, I agree. I think he's an anti-hero.
I mean, by definition,
Yeah.
a central character. That's the
he is a central
according-
character though.
Okay.
Definitely.
He's not the protagonist, but he's a central character of the
Okay.
film. He's not like a side character.
Okay.
Okay,
I mean,
then yeah.
you-
Okay.
I don't know.
If not, I could switch him out, man. I
No,
got
no,
a couple.
no,
switch
there's
him
no
out.
switching it out.
All right.
switch.
So Nick, you're number 4.
No switchies.
All right. I went with the Showtime series. From the Showtime series, I went with Dexter.
That's the one I was.
Yeah,
Is that the one you were thinking of?
Dexter Morgan. What?
I've never seen Dexter, but I know that it is a popular anti-hero.
I read the
Okay.
first book.
Yeah. So I mean, for those that don't know, I'm sure most people do, but Dexter is a serial killer who's also a forensic blood spatter and analyst.
But he only kills who though?
Well, so he has to quell his dark passenger inside that he carries around with
Yes.
him by killing, but he like follows a certain code of ethics that was kind of set up for him by his father, and his father, whose name is Harry. And
That's
it's
funny.
like he can only kill somebody when he finds out without beyond reason of a doubt that they have killed somebody else and committed murder.
Yeah.
And then he can kill somebody. But yeah, I mean, he can't exist in a normal social structure at all. He like has to pretend through his whole life. He's pretending to be this person so that he doesn't get caught. And so it's just pretty cool. The whole series is great. There are some seasons that kind of like slow down and
So I
kind of
love that
aren't
meme.
great, but there's he's a great character, I
Alright.
think, and the whole
Good
thing
one.
ends kind of poorly or like
Yeah,
not.
typical.
Oh, no spoilies. I haven't seen it.
I'm not gonna spoil it for you then, but I'm just gonna say that it ended up being great, but then how do you end something that's awesome?
Yeah, and it is a character. Did the
Just
books
stop.
come first, or the books were?
I would assume, but I have
Because
no
when I was
idea.
researching
No
the
idea.
topic,
I know the
books
first
came
book.
out.
The first
Books
book is
came out.
season 1 of Dexter.
Okay.
It's like a book, but it's a whole season.
Okay.
All right. So Stevie, you're number 4.
I'm number 4. Daniel Plainview from There Will Be Blood.
Wowzers.
Nice.
That's like one of my favorite movies of all time.
He's a hero because he
the
brought us
villain?
oil.
No, he's the protagonist of the film.
Yes,
Everyone's against him.
but you can
Yeah,
tell.
but you root for him, kinda.
Do you?
I do.
For some parts.
I don't
Only
know this,
because he's
so I
against
can't
religious
say anything.
people.
He's
I drink your milkshake.
Nope, no idea.
Oh man! It's
If you don't know that,
fantastic
then you
flick.
don't know.
need to
Oh,
get
it's
in
one of
on
my
that.
favorite
I do not
movies
know.
of all time, and he's he's like this terrible oil tycoon guy, and he goes and well, go ahead.
No, you continue on. With
Oh,
your
he's like
synopsis.
an oil tycoon. He's just like he
Starts from nothing. He works his way up to being like
like
on
a
top, and
big
he's
deal,
ruthless.
and he gets in a fight with the priest, the local priest, who wants him to like bless the oil wells and shit, and he doesn't want to do it. And he like, oh, it's great. It's just a great like battle between these two, and I don't know. I really feel like he's like an anti-hero. 'Cause you
Well,
pull for him, but he's bad.
my question is you can tell a story from a villain's perspective, and that doesn't necessarily make him an anti-hero.
True.
This is true.
That is true.
I just never found myself rooting for him.
I'm siding with
Oh,
Stevie
man.
on
Well,
this.
no, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah.
And it might be because I'm basing it, I've seen that movie, I don't know, close to a dozen times. And so I know his arc, his progression.
Yeah.
Whereas the first time, maybe I was rooting for him.
But
He's
then
going
when you
against
know that
the
he's
evil church.
Yeah, right. And I
Like,
feel like the church,
the
like that
shitty
guy's
people.
the villain. What's his face?
Because
Paul-
he's like,
Paul Dano, the
he's like,
priest,
oh, I'm
is the
trying to
villain.
build a church, but
That
he's a
happens a lot
shithead.
in,
He's just
real
interested in
life
the
and,
power of being in
art.
charge of a church.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like it because it even questions,
Yeah, you can. Is he the villain? Is he not? Is he the hero?
All right.
So it's Harry's number 4.
My number 4.
Harry's number what? 4. Yeah.
My number 4 is literary. It might be just because I just reread all these books, and they're my favorite books. But Roland Deschain.
Nice.
Did I get anyone?
No,
No.
but I thought of him, but I thought he was more of just a regular hero.
Do you know what
Yeah.
though? He is an anti-hero because
I don't know if I agree.
So can I get a little bit of
gotta-
story on this? 'Cause
why?
I don't
Why
know
is
who
he an
that is or
anti-hero?
anything.
okay, it's basically the character archetype is basically Clint Eastwood, man with no name from the spaghetti westerns.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know who
Yeah.
I'm talking about? That character.
Yeah.
So that's basically him. The reason why he is an anti-hero is because he will let his friends and anyone else die to get what he wants.
See, I don't know if that
Okay.
makes him an anti-hero, because he's not doing it for, like, the greater good. He's kind of like, fuck everyone, I'm having this thing.
That's what an anti-hero is.
I'll
Yeah.
let my fucking...
They're not doing
He's-
things for the general good. They
Really?
only do
Like-
if it benefits themselves.
And he's not trying to get to the Dark Tower to save the universe. He's getting to the Dark Tower because he wants to go to the Dark Tower.
Okay.
He kind of wants, like, his friends and his girlfriend back, too, right? Because he
Well,
thinks
sure.
if he gets there,
but those
he
are
can
all
get them back.
Those are all things he wants. He's not doing it.
Yeah.
I
for
thought the tower thing was kind of what's the word? Where he wasn't
Selfless?
just like selfless. Like the
No.
quest for the tower was like because the whole world is riding on the tower. If you disturb the beams or whatever.
It's not though. That's what he tells people to make it seem.
Oh.
He tricks people into
Okay.
following.
So
I
this-
see what
yeah.
you're
so
saying.
It's very charismatic.
So this is about the Dark Tower series?
This
Yeah.
is the
Okay.
main character
Okay.
of the Dark
Not
Tower.
that-
I didn't even
garbage
know that
movie,
until
though.
I kind of picked that up from you guys
Sure.
talking about it.
He's
so.
from the line of Arthur Eld, King Arthur.
It's a very
Okay.
cool storyline. Like, sometimes they kind of make it seem like it comes after the stand, like, hundreds of years later. It's the world that's moved on. And, like,
But
there's
he goes to, like, our
gunslingers that
world,
are kind
too.
of like
One
knights.
of these fucking days, man, I'll pick up a book.
You would
I'll
like
pick
you
up
would,
that
you would like
series.
that.
It's a
You
long
would like
fucking
the
series.
gunslinger.
But it has the
well,
best
yeah,
opening.
I know,
There's a
right?
really bad movie.
If I'm
that
ever
it's
gonna
based
read
on.
anything, I feel like that's one of the things because that's
It has,
what a lot
it
of people
has
have talked
the
about.
most genius opening
Yeah.
line I've ever seen in the book. I don't know, it's simple, but it's brilliant.
All right,
The man in black fled across the desert. The gunslinger follows. I'm like,
right. That's like a super well.
that
I've
could be
read
the
that,
whole
and
fucking
I don't
book.
even know
And
the-
I like kind of popped a stiffy about it. I don't know.
But that's my
Nice.
number 4, Roland Deschain. He's definitely an anti-hero.
No, I agree. I see what you're saying.
All right, so we got 5 and 4 done. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back and get back into it. Coming September 25th from Audio Epidemic Records. Listen up. The new EP from Massachusetts-based punk rock and roll trio Deadlow.
It's all that's left in a world
Visit www.audioepidemic.net or find us on Facebook, Audio Epidemic Records, for information on your pre-order today.
Hey, welcome back to the list. Here we are with this.
Like a cycle, number 3. Like a love triangle, number 3. Like an unlucky clover, number 3. The list is great, number 3. The list is great, number 3. Da-ba-da-ba-doo. Yeah, so there's
Was that Harry doing that?
So there's- yeah.
Yabba-dab-doo.
That was me doing the whole thing, baby.
That
Damn,
really
dude,
makes me
that's
want to
sick.
drink.
Well, why don't you have a beverage?
Have a beer.
And
You want
then,
a beer?
Can I have a beer?
Yeah, you can have a beer.
All right, well, while he's grabbing you
More
a beer,
beer.
why don't you start us off with your number?
All right. Fuck. All right. So anyway, my number 3. So I'm surprised hasn't come up, but pleased. Go ahead, do it again.
No, that's no. You can't overdo it.
My number 3, really should have been my number 1 because this guy's pretty bitchin', but I'm gonna go with number 3, Paul Kersey, the main character from the Death
Just
Wish
wait,
movies.
for the listeners, can I just say that everyone at the table shrugged when you said that? Just for people
Well, I'm
that
talking
can't
about
see this
motherfucking
right now.
Charlie Bronson.
Everyone shrugged.
Okay, all right.
All right,
what-
no,
sorry,
go
The
for it.
ahead, Steve.
vigilante.
The vigilante hero?
Death Wish, man. Come on.
Death Wish,
It's
yeah.
Lawrence
Death Wish.
Fishburne's first
I know
movie. It's Jeff Goldblum's first movie. He kills rich cunts. Not Paul Kersey. He gets killed by Paul Kersey. He's the vigilante. It's the star.
Okay.
Wait, there's somebody whose name is Rich Cunts?
No. That's it's Jeff Goldblum's in. Jeff
I think you
Goldblum's
might be
the
onto
bad
something,
guy.
Nick.
Yeah, that's a good name, dude.
He's the bad guy in the first Death Wish movie. They rape and murder his wife, but he's like, I kill rich cunts. It's just it's one of his first lines ever.
I'm
like,
surprised
in
that
any
that's one of
movie.
your favorites, because if you reevaluate those movies, it's him trying to protect the status quo.
Well, you know what I particularly like is number 3 because he fights an army of punk rockers. And
Number
it's
3.
fucking wonderful, and it works because it's number 3.
All right, so that's Steve's number 3 is.
I could go on a lot about it.
Does that
I'm
go
going to
on?
relinquish the mic to Nick
All
for
right,
his
all
number
right.
3.
Yep. I went with so you guys are probably all familiar with this movie. I went with Dante Hicks from Clerks.
That's a great one.
Awesome.
Hell yeah,
That's good.
That average guy that hates his job has no motivation to do
Not
anything.
even supposed to be there.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Don't puss out when it comes to free
The whole
Gatorade.
thing, just follows him and Randall.
Try
Guys
not
got
to
any
suck
balls
any
down there?
dicks in through the parking lot.
My girlfriend just sucked 37 dicks.
In a row?
It's funny because I don't know, sometimes that's one of those that kind of hits home. It makes you almost feel like, I feel like that a lot.
worked at a
too.
video
Like,
store.
I worked at a convenience store
Yeah,
for a long ass
yeah, it's-
time.
And it kind of sums up 90s anti-hero, that whole slacker.
That ironic, slacker guy. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
listen to Pearl Jam subculture.
Yeah.
I listen to Pearl Jam.
And
Eddie's
also, a quick side note, very quick, is that it has a fucking sick soundtrack.
Oh,
too.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
It
It's
does.
got Bad
All sorts of
Religion,
good
Alice
bands
in
on there.
Chains.
some making fuck berserker?
Dude, you're blowing up the mic.
Oh, man. That movie's so good.
So that's my number 3. Dante Hicks from Clerks.
Excellent choice.
Excellent choice, sir.
Hell yeah.
Excellent choice.
Stevie's number.
Hello,
one.
3. Meet the real 3. Hold on. My number 3. Oh, this was the one that I thought I was going to get pushback on because maybe these are villains, but for number 3, I chose 2 people: Captain Spaulding and Otis B. Driftwood from the Rob Zombie films. And I want to say that in House of a Thousand Corpses, they're definitely villains, but I feel like in The Devil's Rejects, they're the anti-hero.
Yeah.
Because they're the protagonist of the
definitely.
movie.
That's true.
Yes.
So they're
exactly.
you would count them.
Yeah, and that
All right.
not in House of a Thousand Corpses,
No,
but
they
in
become the
Devil's Rejects.
protagonists.
Yes,
They become the
exactly.
anti-heroes in
Yep.
the second film. And I
Yeah.
haven't seen the third one. Has anyone seen that one?
No,
There
I
was
actually haven't
Nope.
seen the
Three from
second
Hell.
one.
Yeah, and it's free on Shudder, I have Shudder, so I don't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But I
What do
still
you think?
haven't
Was
watched
it
it.
good? Are they
Yeah.
anti-heroes in that, or no? Are they back to villains?
I'm yelling-
I'm
sorry, I'm yelling at my dog. You guys.
Are they back? Are they? What are they?
I don't
in that
know,
one?
man. I don't want to watch it because the
Oh, you haven't
the
seen
last
it yet.
Rob Zombie movie I saw was just a rip off of The Running Man. So I was like, he's had ideas.
Oh, that one wasn't bad.
Yeah, and now
31.
he's just remaking Halloween.
But I don't know. I really like those two characters. I like the actors that play them. Sid Haig and Bill Moseley. They have a great iconic.
R.I.P.
Yeah, Sid Haig passed away sadly, but they have like classic lines. And I don't know. I like the characters a lot, and I think I like the turn from the first movie to the second movie. I think the way that he changed the idea of the film is cool, and I always like those movies.
I have to digress just a tiny bit. Is the guy that plays him the same guy that plays the guy in fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Like not Sid Haig, but the other guy. Is he like?
Bill Moseley?
Yeah,
No.
it's not now.
Oh, no, but I think he's supposed to look like that guy.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. that
Where he's
must be
all
what it
like he's
is.
got the
Sorry,
matted
Mark,
hair and he's
okay.
all pale and shit.
Sorry, shower thought there.
That makes sense.
My bad.
It's that he
Supposed
would
to look like him.
supposed to look like him because
This-
that way people
this
would
ain't
draw like a connection or whatever, like visually it would make them think of
Yeah.
that. So, but so that was that.
That was my
Now
number
we're on
3.
to Harry.
All right, my number 3 is Kenny Powers.
Oh,
Nice.
from Eastbound
Yeah.
and Down?
Yeah, from Eastbound and Down.
Down.
I don't know. You could say any of his characters are basically the same character, but
Yeah.
that Kenny Powers.
But he
God
plays that
damn
type of
Kenny
character so
Powers.
well. He's
It
so
is such
funny.
an anti-hero where he's not
I'm
trying to
fucking
do
in.
bad.
You're
But-
fucking out.
That's a good one, man.
He just ends up
Fuck
being
yeah.
bad by accident. He's not even
No,
trying.
he's like, does he mean to be a bad guy? No, he's trying to be the hero the whole time. He's just that lack of awareness, self-awareness.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yep.
He's just a
definitely.
fucking dick, and it's great.
But I still think he's always trying to do the right thing, and he is the main character of that story.
So that's one of those. That's a situation where he is actually trying to do the right thing, but he like is almost incapable of it. Sometimes.
A little inept.
Yeah.
So sometimes
inept, yeah.
doing the right thing is doing a bunch of coke in the back room of the Blue Post Lounge.
So that's my number 3.
All right.
nice, excellent choice.
Thank you.
Bitchin'.
Are we? We're set up to do our number 2s, right?
Yeah, let's do our number 2s. Keep
You want-
moving it along.
You got,
You got
number
it?
2? I don't know. Wait, I gotta find my number. Oh, okay, I have a 2.
He's
Hold
about
on.
to drop one for us
Drop a deuce.
or on us. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, number
Short
2.
but sweet.
That's what we need.
All right, fat stuff. What are we doing?
All right. So this character is a literary one, but they do have a TV show, which he factors into, as far as I can tell, pretty large. But he's one of my favorite. He's a good guy. He's definitely an anti-hero, in my opinion. Is Amos from the Expanse series.
All right.
Fucking love that character.
It's a
He's
television
a
show.
fucking hard. Well, I didn't really watch the television
I'm
show. I
gonna
read the
push.
books.
I'm gonna push back on that.
It's a book
Not,
character.
not an anti-hero,
I don't think so. I think he's just a badass side guy.
but he's like
I know, but that would
likes
be a
fucking
good.
hookers.
Well, I
and
wanna hear
having
the,
fun, and
arguments
he's gonna
here so
break
that
the
we
guy's
can
arm 'cause
decide
he's a
whether or
child
not-
molester.
I mean,
We need to decide whether or not Steve gets points or not. You know what I'm saying?
he's just.
So far, we've all gotten
He
points.
is by no way the main character. I've only seen the TV show.
Well,
Okay.
you're
so-
really not gonna like my number one then. Damn.
Wait, I don't even know this TV show or book or whatever. What is it?
Yeah, it's
The
a science
Expanse?
It's pretty
fiction
badass.
series.
Who's
the
it by?
The books are some of the best I've ever read. I think, anyway. Or at least the
I
first
just
three.
call him a stoic side character.
I-
I'm not trying to take away.
I don't know. Are you going down that easy, Steve?
I'm like, I want to bring up examples of it. I just can't. I'm like, I thought him up, and I was like, that'll work. Maybe I'm fucking wrong.
He's a stoic side character. Like he's real badass. Don't get me
So
wrong.
badass.
Yeah,
Man
Okay,
crush.
but
over
he's
he's
a
not
side
the
character. He's not the
He's a side
protagonist. He's
character.
not-
And not only that, his morals are not even questionable at any point. He's just quiet about. At least on the show, he's just quiet and when shit needs to be handled, he
Yeah,
handles
okay.
it.
You're right. I fucked that one up.
All right. Well, Steve, you don't get points, but you know,
No points.
we're gonna move on to the next.
No,
Who's,
give me points. They're gonna cut my fingers off.
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be a dick.
Hey,
I was
no,
just-
if you're right though, if it's not,
You're still a
if it
badass,
doesn't
though. I
fit
get
the,
that, right?
yeah, but that wasn't
yeah.
the criteria.
That was, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna go home.
We'll
and
go with
fucking hang
top
myself.
five
I don't know.
badasses. one
You
of
would
these
be
times.
great on
I'll
that.
call
yes.
it from the
That's
afterlife.
pretty
next
good.
Time.
That would be a good one, right? Badass.
Top five
Fucking-
badasses.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, so what are we on? We're on number
Two.
Thank you, 'cause
Two.
I really didn't remember. Oh, it's my turn now. All right. I went with Sterling Archer was my number 2.
awesome
Codename
pick, awesome.
Duchess. Narcissistic, alcoholic, rude, snarky womanizer. Pretty much a terrible human.
What is this from?
Archer?
Oh, okay, yeah.
H. John Benjamin.
I
the
just
cartoon.
haven't seen that show that much.
Oh, it's
Oh
so
man,
good.
yeah, you have to
love
watch
that
it. It's
one.
so good. I mean, he's basically just unapologetically always out for himself,
Cocky.
and just very much. And
I mean, I certainly I shouldn't say other characters. I think he's based on a character that also is an anti-hero.
based on many, I'm guessing many characters.
well,
I mean,
one in particular,
James Bond.
Yeah,
is one.
that's what I was going to
Which
say.
is-
Who
yeah.
would be considered an anti-hero
Yeah.
back in the '60s and '50s? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that came
Right.
when my research for Antiheroes. He was one of the ones that kept coming up. was
yeah.
James
I mean,
Bond.
I as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I'm still
But-
just.
But I like how they take that James
Knocked
Bond
down.
thing and like totally turn it on its head and
Oh,
be
it-
like
yeah.
every
run with it.
characteristic he
Like-
has is like pushed to the extreme.
Yeah, it's magnified. It's just
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's why he's just like such an
So
awful
funny.
person, but like, you know, sometimes he does do good, but it's one of those cases where
And
it's
he always-
generally
he-
for himself. You
Yeah,
know,
but
it's
he
just-
he never really gets his comeuppance. I feel like he always kind of bests the other characters
somehow gets away
who
with
are
it.
like always. Who's the ones that there's like the two other guys, the one that he's always messing with.
I
can't remember the names,
off
but
the top of my head, I'm
He always seems to come out on top despite having like such negative like intentions.
right.
It's
yeah.
so I don't know. It's such a good show.
All right. Yeah.
So that was the second one. And what Stevie's up?
Oh, me? My
How
number
drunk
two?
is everybody? I just got. We haven't
alright.
even we haven't even asked
I
that
got
yet.
like an inch of beer in me.
That's it.
This is the first one.
I'm drunker
No, it's-
than most
Give me
people
12
here.
inches.
I'm high
Did
on
you say
life.
I'm drunker than I look?
Give me 1 inch 12 times.
I'm drunker
I
than
didn't
look?
say that,
One
but
ounce.
I'll take it.
Less drunk than I smell.
Well, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm on my third.
You're drinking those
My
mixed drinks,
third.
right?
Yeah, freaking Scorpion Bowl here.
Scorpion.
Harry's got what, the vodka and lemonade or something.
Sure, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go down there to the
None of
liquor
you-
store
what are
later
you,
and get
Cap?
the blood of Christ.
Who's asking?
Hey, I wasn't asking about
What have
the
you been drinking tonight?
marijuanas.
None of your business.
You been drinking tonight?
All right,
Oh, number All right.
thanks for bringing it back.
My number 2 is the iconic Chev Chelios from Crank and Crank 2. Hyper
Nice. Great fucking guy.
It's Jason Statham.
All right.
Those movies are
He's
awesome.
That's what I thought you were
He's
saying.
got batteries on his nips. He's got fucking Coke and coffee and energy drinks. I mean, I could watch those movies just on repeat forever.
I really liked the first one.
Yeah, it's
The
great.
second one's good.
They're both good, I think.
Have you seen
I didn't even know they made a second
Yeah,
one.
is he in it?
Well, it just
But
reminds
it's
me
like
of
the
Crank.
same style.
Did
Yeah,
you
it's like
say
fast paced.
That's Hardcore Henry.
So-
Yeah, that reminds me
What's
of that.
what's
Yeah.
about the character?
Well,
You
he's
said?
like an assassin guy who they are trying to kill, and they give him some kind of like thing where if his heart rate goes below a certain amount beats per minute,
Oh,
he's gonna
okay.
die.
Alright,
So he
yeah,
has
yeah.
to consistently and much to
Adrenaline,
the
electricity,
Stay-
yeah,
drugs.
but to the detriment of everyone around him, he has to keep his heart rate up. So he just fucks with everything. He has to like fuck girls and do coke and drink a bunch of energy drinks.
yeah.
He's
yeah.
just like one of my idols. I
Otherwise,
don't know.
what does he explode or does his heart stop? Or
Yeah,
Heart
it's
stops,
just-
I think.
Explodes?
Or explodes. It's like the movie Speed, but if Speed was Crank.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the movie Speed, except
Except it's Crank instead of
you're
Speed.
the bus.
Yeah.
Except the
That
bus
should have
is-
been
Back
the,
it up.
That should have been the trailer for that
the
shit.
tagline of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure
bus-
that's how they pitched it.
This time the
so
bus-
you've seen Speed, right?
Picture you're the bus.
Picture an English dude as the bus.
I missed the bus. I missed the
It's just-
bus.
he's
And I
still
will
missed
never
the
ever
boat.
do it again.
He plays such good characters though, and I think that's one of the
Jason
best.
Statham, yeah, he
he's
really
just like
does.
he's the same
No,
kind of
he-
thing, like a womanizer,
Right,
just like a
He
bad.
plays the same character.
I think
Oh,
that's
exactly,
one of the ones where he's not
this
the
one
same.
it's almost like a parody of the character he usually plays.
I feel Jason Statham might be the anti-hero actor.
Yeah.
Because, like, you look at, I don't want to say other anti-heroes, but
But of the movies that he's in, he's always that kind of character.
yeah,
of like,
where he's like, is he a good guy?
negative
Not
intentions.
really.
No, but
But
he can get shit done.
yeah,
If he's got to drink 10 energy drinks just to keep his heart rate up, he's gonna do it.
all right.
Harry.
Yeah, my number 2. This name just keeps always coming up on my list. I think I must have an obsession. My number 2 anti-hero is Beetlejuice.
Nice. Love
Is
that guy.
Beetlejuice a hero?
Whoa, wait. Let's ease up on the name,
So
though.
let's
guys.
I
We've
know.
already said it twice.
So
Well, but we could each say
that's one of those that I think walks the line a little bit.
It sure does. Is he the main character of that movie?
See, that's
I'd say so.
well, that's
The movie's
thing.
named after him.
It
Are you
is,
there to
yeah.
see what Lydia Dietz is doing? Not really.
dude.
Right. So that's why I think I think if that passes and it's a good one too. But it's because like my only thing is I think he walks the line just because the main characters are kind of the family that walks into it, but then he is really, I mean, it really is.
He transcends that movie.
Yeah,
There's the
yeah.
Beetlejuice cartoon.
Dude, if you guys want to go on a
Well, we didn't say movies that have we just said anti-heroes in
Right.
general.
Oh, that's true.
anybody
You
who
didn't
wants to
spec-
go on a cool little rat hole, Wikipedia rabbit hole, look up the production, like what Beetlejuice was supposed to be, because it's a fucking trip to read
The movie?
about that. Yeah, the movie.
Okay.
He was
Yeah.
not a good guy. He was like a mean-spirited demon that was like trying to molest the little girl that they just dropped. The whole movie's different than what they originally planned.
In the end, he
It's
saves
worth
the
a read
day.
on Wikipedia.
In the
Yeah.
end, he saves the day. Not only that, if you ask a 10-year-old, like, what did you like best about that movie? What do you think they're going to say?
The worms.
No, they're going to say
Sandworms.
whenever Beetlejuice shows up on the screen.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he does save the day at the end.
fucking Keaton, dude, great
And
actor.
one of the
fucking
best.
models. I did have that sound clip. so
Lance and Rico.
I lost it.
I don't know. It just keeps coming on my list. Beetlejuice, I freaking love him.
Classic.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely a classic.
Did we just go through our number 2s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
sure did.
I think it's time.
Oops. That's
2, 3, 2.
Yeah,
And that brings us to a break. And then we're going to come right back with our somethings.
Penises.
Listen up! The new EP from Deadlow! Coming September 25th from Audio Epidemic Visit audioepidemic.net for your vinyl pre-order today!
Yo, yo, yo. What up, listers?
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo, yo.
All you listers and listettes.
We are still
And deaf
listing.
people.
If you're still here, we
If
got
you're
one left.
If you're still here and you're still listening. Oh, yeah. That was bad. I know.
If you lived here, you'd be drunk now.
Yep.
If you lived here, you'd be drunk by now.
How drunk are you?
Not very.
Not
Not very.
really.
Well, that's too bad. I'm feeling pretty fucking good myself.
Yeah, school bus driver on a January cold morning.
So we are here, and this is the last number.
Warning, today's forecast calls for the list is great.
Woo!
Started
5. Ain't it beautiful to be alive? Now we're moving to the next one and we're grooving right along. Hope you're ready for some more. Number 4. Number 3 was pretty neat. Now get up and move your feet. Yeah, we knew what to do. We shared our number 2s with you. So get ready for some fun. Number 1. Oh, number 1, we're almost done. Oh yeah, we had to wait for so long. Number 1 song. Oh, number 1, we're almost done. Oh yeah, we had to wait for so long. Number 1 song.
Stevie's won.
What?
I think you won, right?
You were supposed to come in, remember?
No.
Oh, did we come in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my
We're
mistake.
in. We're recording.
Yeah, we're in. I don't. What do I do?
Where am I?
I'm not up there.
We're on number 1. Aren't you the first person?
No, that wasn't me. Dude.
No, other
Oh,
Steve.
sorry.
Oh, all right. I was like, what was I supposed to do?
My bad.
Big Bone Steve.
Yeah. All right.
Big boned. No, I'm just fat. None of that bullshit. Yeah, so my number 1, you know, you can't be a real person, right?
Yeah. Why couldn't it be?
Like Pinocchio?
It depends on what. It depends on what you mean.
Ah, fuck it. My number 1 is Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5, because that guy's fucking awesome, dude.
Oh, all right.
Fucking total psychopath, but he is righteous. Like, he's trying to do, like...
Is he the character that you play as?
He's one of the characters you play
One of
as.
the characters you play as. And
plays
actually,
3
you root
characters.
for him more than the other 2.
Okay.
At least from my...
He's
maybe,
my favorite character.
Maybe like paint a little bit of who
Ah,
he
he's
is
a
or what
total
he does.
fucking psychopath, you know. It's a video game, so a lot of it is you doing it, but, you know, he's out stealing cars,
Grand Theft
robbing
Auto
people.
5.
He's trying to,
Right.
like, his big thing, and his mission basically in life is, like, in the beginning of the game, there's, like, 4 of you that go rob something, and, like, one of them dies, but he thinks the whole time that guy's in jail and alive, so he's, like, really wants to save his friend and get him out of jail, and then, like, somewhere in the game he finds out that he's been dead the whole time, and he, like, loses his fucking mind.
And he does have morals, and you are trying
Yeah.
to accomplish things.
I mean, he's fucking weird
The game, I suppose, is like...
and dangerous and psychotic, but right, he's out to do something good. He wants to save his friend from prison.
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't make an anti-hero though.
You'd have to.
If that's the story, it does.
I mean, yeah. All right. Yeah.
So you know what I mean? If that's the only story, like he's not trying to save the world, he's trying to get a friend
He's
out of
heroic.
prison.
Right. Okay. All
in a
right.
way,
It's definitely the
He's
protagonist.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The story is not him versus the world. The story
Yeah.
is him versus bureaucracy.
Yeah, versus the status quo.
All right.
That's a good
anyway,
answer.
yeah, that's my number 1 is Trevor.
I like having like I had a video game one in there. You know. It's
Yeah,
like,
well,
they're
I had a big long list that I narrowed down, and I wasn't gonna use the video game characters, but as he's too good, he's fucking awesome.
yeah. Exactly. You gotta.
I know you haven't played that one, but oh man, it's the best one of all of
Well,
them.
I feel we've all done well at keeping our specialties down to a minimum.
Sure. That was
That was Steve's number 1. What is your number 1, Nicholas?
I know I'm up, huh? All right. Pardon me.
So you need to go to the hospital.
I think I do. I am full of gas. I went with mine is kind of like a real person, but who is portrayed by other people in movies, and he writes almost like fiction about his experiences. And you probably already know who it is.
I'm guessing.
The character is Raoul Duke.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm unfamiliar. Who?
It's Hunter S. Thompson.
That's his alter ego
That's
from
his-
from the
from
Buffalo
Fear and
Roam
Loathing.
and Fear and
Yeah,
Very
the
good.
Buffalo,
Very
Buffalo
good.
Roam.
I thought about that one
So-
too. That's an awesome one.
Yeah.
Fuck the doomed.
I don't just the fucking great.
Him himself is the hero, but not someone he wrote, is what you're saying. Him himself.
Well, it's another one like Hank Chinaski. It's like his alter ego that he uses in his
Sure.
writing.
Okay,
Yeah.
alter ego is a very
He has to
interesting.
pretend it's fictional so the police didn't come arrest him.
Right.
Okay.
But it's really like
I'm not
he's writing
familiar with
true
Where the
sto-
Buffalo Roam. I know there's a movie with
It's
Bill
With
Murray.
Bill Murray.
Yeah,
that,
it's
yeah.
a little bit
Oh,
similar.
that's so good
He's
too.
playing the same guy, so it's a little bit similar.
What
but
about
it's
the
more
Rum
like
Diaries? Is that the
comedic.
same guy?
No, I think
No.
Rum Diaries is more of a novel than the journalistic stuff.
Okay.
I
Right?
thought the
Am I
Rum
right?
Diaries was like a true story.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was
Don't
more
know.
of a novel than the others, but I could be wrong. I haven't read that
The
one.
motorcycle one's definitely true.
Hell's Angels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's isn't that how he got like famous or something?
was his
doing
first-
Yeah, it was
that
his first
story? And-
project.
Yeah.
yeah, and like which was like you can't write bad about the Hell's Angels. And
Oh,
shit,
dude,
you
they
know,
wanted
and
to
then-
fuck him
yeah,
up at
it's
the
like,
time. There's a
pretty
crazy
intense.
interview
They
on
did
like
fuck him
YouTube,
up.
black and white.
But-
Oh yeah, but there was like there's an interview on YouTube with where they like confront him in like some like talk show. It's pretty wild.
But I mean, you could I guess specifically talk about like Fear and Loathing or whatever, where
See,
the
okay.
character is going, he's just going to write about a motorcycle race in Las Vegas.
Well,
and like the whole entire story is just it has nothing to do with that event.
Yeah,
It's just him
essentially.
doing drugs and
yeah,
getting
they just
crazy.
it's like what
The
the hell,
Terry
you know?
Gilliam film is the only thing I'm familiar with.
Oh yeah, that's like the best. It's so good.
I don't know who that person is. Is
That-
that
yeah,
that's
the
the
person that did
director.
Fear and Loathing? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
He's
yeah,
and
I don't
he's
know
in
that, so.
he's a member of Monty Python.
Oh,
he
And
was.
yeah.
became a director, and he did
Yeah.
like Brazil. He did that Fear and Loathing. He did a bunch of like pretty
Okay.
famous
12 Monkeys
12
comes to mind.
monkeys. Yeah,
All right.
dude,
Well, anyway, but that was my number one.
that's a
Oh,
great
good
number
one.
one.
And I will
love
say
one.
that we
I
are
like
gonna
that
get,
number
Impressed.
one.
I didn't. You started describing it, but I didn't. Before you started describing it, I didn't think if you was a Hunter Thompson
That's very impressive, yeah.
guy.
anyway, but that's I did ask Facebook for some people's top fives and that kind of thing, and that's one that I saw a lot
Sure.
of, and I was like, shit, if they were here playing live with us, my points would have been stolen already. But so far,
There have been no points stolen.
no, the only person
I
that's down a
failed.
point is Steve, Fat Steve.
Oh, yeah.
He's down 1
I'm
point.
sorry, buddy.
But you know what?
Okay.
I had 4 points last
Cheeseburger's
week.
a real hero.
So who's up next? Stevie.
This
Oh, mine?
gentleman.
Number one.
I don't know if mine's gonna get pushed back on this one, but I had Willy Wonka as my number one.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, he's
He's an anti-hero because he's
I
not.
would say
He's not
so.
he's not the antagonist.
but I feel like he's the
Yeah, it's true.
right, but I feel like it's a Beetlejuice scenario where he's the title of the movie. He's the most memorable character, but is he the protagonist of
Yeah.
the film?
He's not the protagonist.
Because
in
the book
story.
was called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory,
Right.
Where Charlie is more of the
Right.
protagonist,
It's yeah.
and Willy Wonka is very. I don't know. I just think he's a great.
That-
I feel
that
like
is
he's an
tough to say.
anti-hero.
Well, if I get points for Beetlejuice,
Then I
you
should
get points.
for
But
Willy
if you
Wonka.
don't, then I shouldn't either.
right,
It
Okay.
also depends on which version it is.
right. But I was thinking more of the
There's three versions. There's two
Gene
movies
Wilder,
and a book.
The Gene
Yeah.
Wilder version was the one I was thinking of.
Yep. Okay.
I love
And,
that character.
Me too.
I mean, it's true. Isn't
Right.
Charlie Bucket technically the protagonist?
Right. That's what I
Right?
mean. It
I
could be.
mean, technically.
definitely
I guess
he
it's-
is. But
Okay,
is
yeah.
Willy Wonka
But then what is Willy Wonka
technically
in the
the
movie?
antagonist?
Though? The antagonist?
I
don't
think
know.
he is the
Yeah,
antagonist.
he's kind of the villain, really. He's
Is
like.
he?
There might be
Yeah.
a thing that in
Not his buddy
modern
grandfather?
modern storytelling that we haven't explored yet is the anti-villain.
Yeah.
Do you know
Because-
what I mean?
Willy Wonka's not all bad. He's not all villain.
And in fact, he makes sense at the end.
yeah, and he
At the
gives
end,
the
he's-
fucking
he's a good guy.
chocolate factory away.
Like Killmonger
I mean, those
and
little
Black
bastard
Panther.
kids
but he
the
kills.
villains.
Yeah, he kills a bunch of kids, but then he gives the factory away to Charlie.
Yeah, only if his
Kills
family
those
can
little
come.
kids.
he just murders those kids.
I don't know. It's like.
You stole fizzy lifting drink. You get nothing.
Then there's the
Good
version-
day, sir.
Good
day.
I don't know. If I don't get points, it's fine. He's my number one though. He's a cool guy.
If you don't get points, I don't get points for Beetlejuice.
Well, let's see what other people might
Take
say
it into
on
the
the.
streets. Yeah. We
can-
got a Michael
I'll give it a
McDonald this
quick-
thing.
I'll give it a quick Google.
One of the stories, he tells Charlie he can take the factory, but his family's not allowed to come. So
Oh,
he's
that's
like,
pretty brutal.
"Over," and then the
Yeah,
other
right.
one-
Yeah.
So it's like.
Well, isn't that the Great Glass Elevator though? Like the second thing?
Yeah, Glass Elevator is a sequel.
That yeah.
I've not
Willy
read
Wonka,
them.
and then there's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is.
Let's see. Somebody says, eNotes.com says that he fits an anti-hero.
It came up in my research that he
Yeah.
was.
Then I
one,
think
but don't
Steve
know.
should get a point back.
I agree.
Yeah, I would give Steve that point.
All right.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm comfortable with losing that point. I think you're right. I mean,
I don't
the
wanna
guy I like
backpedal.
is righteous, but is he really an anti-hero? He's a
Right.
badass
Right.
with a heart of gold.
Yeah,
That doesn't
so-
necessarily make an anti-hero.
All right, but I mean, a lot of people are saying, giving it the anti-hero thing.
Okay.
So I
For
guess,
which one, Willy Wonka?
Yeah.
Willy Wonka.
All right. Hey.
Yeah.
Well, either way, it's a good
Either
one
way.
and a great character, and if
We like
he
characters.
should be the protagonist if he isn't already, if he wasn't already. So we're down to the last number one.
Yeah. And I really think mine should have the best because he is such the anti-hero. And I'm not talking about the newer portrayal of him, but a guy, his name is David Bruce Banner, usually goes by Bruce Banner, otherwise known as the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay.
He,
Interesting choice.
excuse me?
Interesting choice.
He just wants to be left alone. He gets put in this situation. Hulk wants to smash. He will not smash bad people, though.
I like
He
to
is-
Bad
smash.
people? He will not smash bad people.
He will smash
Good,
bad
bad,
people.
as long as they got a
He
nice
will not
ass, I wanna
smash good
smash.
people.
Uh-huh.
My bad.
But he will.
Wanna smash.
He'll smash though.
He just leave Hulk alone.
Yeah.
Will Hulk smang it though?
If he has,
He
oh
smashes
yeah.
and bangs.
I've seen versions of Hulk,
and bang.
and I've seen versions of Hulk that are bad. But I think the Hulk character, the Incredible Hulk character as a whole, is the ultimate anti-hero. He doesn't even want to. He doesn't want any part of your business, Bruce
Right,
Banner.
yep, yeah.
But then the Hulk comes around.
Well, that's kind of interesting that he's a anti-hero by the choice of not wanting to be involved, as opposed to being nefarious or
He has no motive
Right.
other
no,
than.
than wanting to, that's a cool, interesting
That
take
is
on
And
it.
he thinks people get hurt when he turns into the Hulk. So he's like,
He
don't
just wants out.
just leave me alone, guy.
Yeah.
You won't like me when I'm angry.
People don't like me when I'm angry. Is it? People don't like me when I'm angry.
That's a line, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite portrayal of the Hulk?
Right now I'm playing the first Hulk I saw before I could even read.
Was it Lou Ferrigno?
Lou Ferrigno and what's his name? Better
Edward Norton?
than no. Come on.
What actors that played the Hulk?
Eric Bana?
Is that
Yeah,
what you're
no,
looking
who
for?
played Bruce Banner? Because Lou Ferrigno
Or-
played the Hulk, and then
I don't remember who
a
plays.
different actor. That's what this is from. This is the
Oh.
theme song
From the original Hulk,
from the TV show.
But there was a different actor. Lou Ferrigno didn't play.
Lou Ferrigno played
Only
the
played
Hulk.
the Hulk, not Bruce Banner.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Let's see, the Incredible Hulk TV series, Wikipedia, starring Bill Bixby.
Oh, I don't know that guy.
Bill Bixby played
the
David
scientist
Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
He's allegedly the Hulk.
But-
Bruce Banner.
and then it turned into Lou Ferrigno. That's
What about the guy who was Chopper? What was that? Eric Bana?
Eric
yeah.
Bana.
Even that's kind of very anti-hero.
Wait,
Chopper.
but does that have anything to do with the Hulk?
Oh, it's
What
just
are you
another Hulk. We're
Yeah,
talking
different
another
like
Hulk.
the people that played the Hulk.
And
Oh,
even
okay.
I was
Or
reading
rather,
a bunch
Bruce
of early
Banner.
Defenders comics earlier this week, and it was just the Hulk being like, "Leave me alone!" Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
you
don't
were
wanna be
kind of my
involved.
friends, puny human. You know,
Yeah.
Is that old TV show the only time when it was played by two separate actors, the character? Because that's a weird thing too.
I mean, CGI.
Well, yeah, but they're always the same. Like Edward Norton was both, and who's the new guy?
Uh,
I can't think of his name, but he's good too in the Avengers movies.
oh
and
yeah, Mark Ruffalo.
stuff. Mark Ruffalo. Like all these guys, they do.
Mark Ruffalo is not his Hulk is not an anti-hero.
You'd
I-
say he's a hero. That
Yeah,
Hulk?
just straight up. Yeah, there's not much conflict there.
I thought there was in
There's
Ragnarok
a little.
and
There's
stuff.
a little bit, and
Yeah.
but it's not.
Not to the extent of the
Not
old
to the
Hulk,
extent
yeah.
to make him my number one. Like the early TV show, the early comics are just him leave Hulk alone. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess that there
Well,
are,
that is an
how
interesting
many
take on
different
it.
like portrayals are there of the Hulk?
Iterations. I mean,
Yeah, like
a bunch because I mean every
Yeah.
comic
Four that I
run
didn't
is.
think
at least
Yeah.
four. At least four
So
actors.
that makes
played
it
him.
tough, but they
Yeah.
choose
Are you talking
between-
about like the Incredible Hulk, the like
Yeah.
comic book, like this different Hulk planet or whatever? Or?
That's a great one.
You
too.
know a lot more
What
about
about
the comic books.
She-Hulk.
Planet
I
Hulk?
always.
All right.
Always had a thing for She-Hulk.
So we got
Just throwing that out there.
our number ones down. That's the list. I think we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to read some of the lists that we've heard from you guys.
Steve
People
no. Steve
on-
no. Steve no. Steve
Yeah.
no. That was my favorite.
Somebody
answer.
did make that list. We'll tell you who later, and we'll be right back.
Coming September 25th from Audio Epidemic Records. Listen up. The new EP from Massachusetts-based punk rock and roll trio, Deadlow. Visit www.audioepidemic.net or find us on Facebook, Audio Epidemic Records, for information on your pre-order today.
All right, we are here, and
Here
the
we
list
are.
is great. We are here. Here we are.
Wait, where are we?
We're here.
Where's the map?
Who am I?
Where's the map?
I don't know what's going on.
I need a map with a big flashing fucking sign.
We're here.
Dot
You
that's
are
like,
here.
You are here. Flash, flash, flash. That's what it sounds like.
I think we're at the end of the show, actually.
We are.
That's what it sounds
It
like.
sounds like we're at the end of our wits.
Yeah, we are at the end of our wits and the end of the show. I
So, do you guys have any internet responses, huh?
Not me.
think- yeah. Well, you don't have the internet. It's
I don't have the.
media's the social internet webs.
I was just gonna read off Nick's because nobody likes me, and I got banned from Facebook for saying mean things about the Lord.
Well, that's another story. But yeah, dude. So
I wish I had Facebook
well,
just so I could read the things Steve writes on
I
Facebook.
did ask
Well,
Facebook.
nobody can.
for
They
some
banned
lists.
me, and they took it off the internet.
Big tangent again.
Yeah.
All right, so let's read.
Get some
Let's read
lists going on
some.
here. So I'll go. Let's see. I'm gonna kind of work down the way just a couple of them anyway. So we got a top 5. I'm gonna read them. I guess. What do you think? Last to first or first to last? Because I mean, really, what do you say? Your number 1 first? You think, or your number 5 first?
I don't think people are really thinking about it.
No, probably
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
We've been doing 5 to 1. So
5 to 1.
just
So
read a
I'm just
couple
gonna
of-
read them 5 to 1
Yeah,
regardless.
Yeah,
Just do
it's
it.
just
Even
a
if this is
required
in the
discussion.
opposite order. So Sibeli says Spawn, excellent. Rorschach.
Oh, nice, good one.
We got Charles Bronson, which was one of who
Well,
said.
she might be
Yeah,
talking
she
about
might be
Charlie
talking
Bronson.
about Bronson, the movie Bronson.
Okay, well that's
Tom
you know.
Hardy.
We got Tyrion Lannister.
Almost had him.
That's
And
a
then-
great one.
Is
Yep.
he?
Oh, definitely.
Which one is he?
I mean, like
He's a
they're
dwarf.
all like everybody in Game of Thrones are kind of like the main character. It just depends on which
Jamie
episode
Lannister's
and
the
which.
best anti-hero from Game of Thrones, in my opinion.
Yeah, Jamie Lannister's a good one. And then Deadpool for the number 1.
no good.
No, he's a great.
He's a fucking
anti-hero.
anti-hero.
I don't. Yeah. Oh, definitely. And I don't read comics, but I really liked. And I
I
saw
liked-
Deadpool 2 was the only Deadpool movie I saw, and it was fucking hilarious. It was great.
I like that Harry.
I like
his
it.
reaction was. Ugh.
I didn't even mean to do that. That wasn't like a.
No, it was like
sticky
total.
thing.
It was like a visceral reaction.
I don't know. I read a lot of comic books.
I loved it.
Okay, so I'm gonna do another one, real quick. It's Elijah W. said.
Oh, I know Elijah Wood.
Mickey Knox. Yeah.
Oh,
Mallory Knox.
I didn't even think of Natural Born Killers.
Yeah,
that's a
right.
great
Yeah,
one.
that's a
Those
great
are
one.
good.
Excellent.
That was his 5 and 4.
Yeah.
Or maybe 1 and 2. Who fucking knows? Because it's not in the same order. And then Frank Castle, of course. Hey,
Another
I know.
visceral
but-
reaction from Harry.
Yeah, I do. Hey, whatever, man.
Well, it's
I
just
do
so
like the
obvious.
Punisher.
That's why.
Yeah.
Harry's an elitist a bit, you know.
I don't know. If you like fascists, you like fascists.
Okay, and then yeah. Well,
Not touching that one.
That's fucking. That's some hard words. Fucking.
and then follow up with Tyler Durden.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking
Okay.
anti-hero.
And then Jack Sparrow.
I didn't see that one coming from Eli. Man. Wow.
Jack Sparrow is a great answer.
Yeah, but he's another one of those ones that's not the hero or the villain. He's not the
No,
protagonist.
He's an
that's
anti-hero in the sense he falls into the story. He falls into everything. Falling backwards is a very.
He's another one that's on the fringe.
You're right.
That
It's
you
kind of
could
that Beetlejuice and
Beetlejuice,
and
Willy Wonka,
Willy Wonka, yeah,
Captain
exactly.
Sparrow. It's just this wonky side character,
Right.
not the
But who is
villain
kind
or the protagonist.
Right. You're right. You're right. So that's really where we really need to figure out because I feel like some of them.
I'm not I can't be the one to draw that line, but
Yeah.
I feel like there's a line there. I don't know where we're at.
The Oxford version specifies that it has to be the protagonist. So that's right there is the deal breaker.
It's a gray area.
Can I tell you something
but-
that were left off the list?
What's that?
Number 1, Han Solo.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Stone Cold
no.
Steve Austin.
Yeah. Now you're
I
speaking
mean,
my language.
did you see Solo? Because he's definitely the protagonist in that one.
But is he a hero in that as opposed to an anti-hero?
He heroes it up a little bit, I think.
I haven't seen Solo.
I think
Applies the thing with parsecs.
the character of Lucifer is also an anti-hero, especially in Paradise Lost.
Oh, okay. I like that one.
Ah.
Dante.
Hey, can you, Stevie? Can you read what Tyler from The Martian says for
right.
for his list? Here?
Tyler J has a list of 5 names here, and I think I'll read them.
See if you can think of all my monikers.
Yeah, I'll read them from first to last. He's got Steve No, Steve No, Steve No, Steve No, and Steve No. That's
Also
his,
known as Fat Steve or Steve Hates.
Or Pop Farmer Steve,
Or Pop
Truck
Farmer
Driver
Steve,
Steve,
Truck
Cat
Driver
Thrower
Steve.
Steve.
unemployed Steve. I haven't heard Cat Thrower Steve. I like that.
What was it?
Cat Thrower Steve.
Fucking cats.
Didn't you name your cat Like Button?
Like button? That's the cat's name.
Yeah, they say smash that like button.
Oh
Don't
boy.
smash your cat.
We
dude.
just
Come
went
on.
into bestiality
Rape the
apparently.
shit out
'Cause
of
he's
that cat.
smashing, he's smashing cats.
Let me smang it, girl.
All right, Steve, you want to read off one there? You got?
Yeah, I got a couple of lists right here in a row. And I like both these lists. There's only one character on them I don't really recognize, even though I think we were discussing it earlier. We'll go with this first list from Brian P. Venom, which is a great anti-hero.
Great anti-hero.
The comedian, from I assume from Watchmen. Randall McMurphy from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Ned Kelly, who I'm not actually familiar with, but I looked it up and it looked kind of interesting. He's some sort of Australian gang leader, bush wrangler, whatever the fuck that means. And one of the ones that I almost put on my list, even though it's a real guy, was Marvin Haymeyer, the Killdozer guy, the guy that cemented up his bulldozer and just destroyed the town that fucked him over. Because I thought that was, even if he's
what
not
is
an
that from?
anti-hero, he's one of my heroes.
That's
I
from
love
real
that
life,
guy.
you said, right?
Oh.
That's not a story.
Real-life
Is that
anti-hero.
Well, they made a documentary about him,
Okay.
so I mean,
Well,
Well,
the document.
you can watch a movie about it.
Well-
it sounds more like he's just your hero.
He's
I'm
fantastic.
pretty sure the definition was fictional.
Yeah.
And I don't think we want to do a
Oh, it's not like we're
real
scoring
life
points.
anti-hero one.
And right below this guy's post is Seth S. And, Venom's on it again as his number. He's actually got it numbered. So he's got Venom for number 1. For number 2, Lobo, which is that the wolf we were talking about earlier?
No, Lobo is a
that's the sheriff.
character.
Sheriff Lobo!
It's the sheriff, then they
You're
canceled
gonna
him.
miss Sheriff
No,
Lobo!
Lobo is a character from DC Comics.
Bring back Sheriff
who's-
Lobo.
Okay, well, Lobo
Well,
is the one I
you
don't
asked me what it
know.
was, and then you.
Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry.
Harry filled you in.
Scud, the Disposable Assassin, which, if you're not familiar, is a friggin' grand comic book made by Rob Schraub. He does all sorts of voices and all sorts of cartoons. He was also, I think, directed like the Lego movie or something.
Oh, no shit.
Mad Max, which, is a
That's
pretty
a great.
obvious
Mad
one.
Max is a great one.
Yeah, that's
And then Rincewind from Discworld.
all right.
I don't know.
And
care.
it's like a Terry... What's his name?
Terry Gilliam?
Not Terry Gillian. What's the author's name?
Terry Fillion.
No.
Terry Williams.
He did Bad Omens with Neil Gaiman before he
Terry
died.
Pratchett.
Yes, yeah.
So
This-
here's one that lined up with well, we go from KDH. We got and I don't know how to say this name because I wasn't a huge Harry Potter guy, but
Say the last name.
Severus Snape. It's just Snape is what's
Snape's a good one.
yeah
Snape.
from Harry Potter.
Listen to me, Harry.
The narrator from Fight Club.
Yeah, that's what I was
Great
going to say
one.
about
I don't
the
know
other
why
one.
I didn't put
Everyone
that on my
said
list.
that,
That's a good
but-
one.
Yeah, but with the other list, when they said Tyler Durden, did they mean
The narrator, probably, I would guess.
right?
Well, the
Because the
narrator is
narrator
one
is-
of the
A
same.
lot
Yeah,
of people
they're
have
Right.
Snape
So
on
just the
there.
just
That's
that
not
one
an anti-hero.
character?
That's more just misdirection told through a narrative.
Right.
Well, but the
It's just unreliable narrator.
either,
a guy,
yeah, but
he's a
either
guy.
way, it's there are two characters that are like the same person who is essentially
Yeah, but the telling the truth and being telling lies and being an anti-hero are two different things. I just
Yeah,
would-
I would question that.
I
with
question
Fight
that
Club
one.
Well, Tyler Durden, who he also is an anti-hero.
like his what's his name?
Edward Norton,
Buddy
the-
guy on Martha's Vineyard. What's his name? Kevin Spacey. Is he an anti-hero in Usual Suspects? No, he just lies.
Yeah, it's like a deception.
Unreliable narrator.
Well,
Yeah, which is
I
different.
like that. That's good.
all right. That's a unreliable narrator. Is that what you? That's
Yeah.
Anyway, going on. The next one was Beetlejuice on KDH's list, and then you got Loki from Marvel,
Loki is great.
and then
All Duke.
for the exactly the same number one for Raoul Duke from
Nice.
Fear and Loathing and
That was a good
Buffalo
list.
Rum and
I see one that none of us mentioned. I see in a few of these lists was Harry Callahan. I really feel like
Who dat?
Dirty Harry.
Harry.
Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
Oh.
yep.
Roland Deschain is very much
Yeah.
Dirty Harry.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm seeing a lot of now that I'm looking at these lists going down.
The Taxi Driver.
Yep, exactly.
He's
And-
just a villain who falls backward into heroism.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Travis Bickle? I don't know, man.
Travis Bickle.
I like that somebody mentioned Christopher Dorner.
What's that one?
Look him up.
well, that doesn't help me at all.
He's got a very smiley picture when you look him up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Uh-oh.
Very smiley picture, Christopher Dorner. Well,
All right, that was a good list, everybody.
Yeah,
List,
it definitely
everyone.
was.
Great
So-
job.
Yeah, all right. You're right. I want to go
Well,
get drunk.
We'll wrap it up. Usually, what happens is that we'd stop now and take a break, and then we come back and just be wasted and talking to the mics.
Yeah, that
like,
ain't happening.
and it's just like, what the fuck are they?
You guys let
even
us know if
talking
you want
about?
us to do that.
So yeah, exactly.
a lot
So
of
we're
work
gonna
for
cut
me.
it now, and
Hey,
that
for
was
next
fucking
week,
fun.
you vote maybe. Which list you want? Would you prefer candy bars or solo recording music artists?
Top 5 STDs.
So it probably won't be next week, but the next episode, which will probably
I said
be
next week, yeah.
in the next, who knows at this point. We're working out like a 2 to 3 weeks or so in between each.
I got stuff to do.
Yeah, right. But I hope you enjoyed checking out this show, and we're gonna get more drunk and.
Bye bye.
Hell yeah.
Drink him up.